ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new season of JWF Monday Night Ignition. I'm your host, as always, Silver Spoon, joined by a man who's starting off this new season with one hell of an announcement. It's Captain Tibbs.
Well, thank you, Sills. I'll have you know that I spent a lot of time thinking about this, a lot of time working my mathematical abilities to their limit, and Sills, it's time. It's time for JWF to have slated division.
Oh my God, amazing. And well, I assume that is why we are being joined right now by the current Captain's Champion himself, Scottye Moore. Scottye, welcome to the announce desk.
Yeah, Tibbs and I talked about it recently, and we said that, to me, last night at Wrestlepalooza, the future was here, and we saw men like Gazi, men like Funky Flossie fight it out, and I went to Tibbs and I said, how do we get these guys more attention, more spots on the show? And Tibbs and I realized having their own division, having our own Captain's Division, that's going to be the best way to make these new future talent shine.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Scotty. Well, so, as of right now, we are going to have separate heavyweight and captain's championship divisions. Not only that, the tag division is going to come out. It's going to be its own separate entity, and as well as our brand new JWF women's division.
That's right. If you don't mind, Tibbs, me breaking in, of course, everyone knows the tag division. They know the Southern Boys. They know the Roanoke Boys, Coach and Friend, Bananas and Pajamas, Legion. They're all here. We know that. If you don't mind, can I start by announcing the future of the JWF and the brand new Captain's Division here in JWF Wrestling?
Absolutely, Scotty. Take it away.
Well, of course, beginning, I am going to be leading the charge. Brand new champion. I'll be talking about that later in the show. But my number one draft pick, a guy who, I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd ever see in the JWF, is a man who debuted last night at Wrestlepalooza. That's right, none other than Papa Bliss is being welcomed into the Captain's Division. In addition, we've got those men I mentioned earlier, Funky Flossie and Gazi. We've got Big Cyrus Crane and his manager, Lawrence Whitney. In addition, you know, I had to bring in some old favorites. The former Captain's Champion, Blake Tanner. My father, Scott Moore. FOMO-san. And then, of course, Tibbs, I did lose that bet to you, and that's why Rat Boy Connor is also part of the Captain's Division. Could we not put him in, like, his own division where we never have to see him, Tibbs? Do I really have to have him in the Captain's?
Listen, I've tried. I've tried so very damn hard to get this man away from this company, and it's better if we leave him somewhere where he can't do a lot of damage. And if the bottom of the Captain's Division is that place, then that's the place it's going to be.
That is right. But why don't we talk about that heavyweight division? Because my card's the future, but Tibbs, to be honest with you, the heavyweight division is the present of the JWF.
Absolutely, and thanks so much again, Scotty. The heavyweight division. It is the division that is the linchpin of the JWF. It is the cornerstone. It is the capstone. It is where the best of the best duke it out for the JWF World Heavyweight Championship. And that is why, of course, I couldn't imagine this division without any other man at the top right now, even though he's not the champion, the Dylan. Of course, we are going to have Robert Hill, the new champion. He's going to be in the heavyweight division, and
also your son Chuck is there, so Chuck can always have that opportunity to get that title back, Tibbs.
Of course, anybody has an opportunity at the title, and we'll hear a little bit more from Robert Hill later tonight. We are, of course, going to have the winner of the Fresh Blood match last night at Wrestlepalooza, Chuck Gibbons, joining us here. Heavy hitters like the War Wizard, one of my personal favorites, the Hammerman. We're going to have Guy Fieri, guys like AJ Steele, because he had to be somewhere too.
He's kind of your Rat Boy Connor when you think about it.
Pretty much, actually. It's better to have him somewhere where I could watch over him and where he doesn't have his little fun advertisements. But, of course, adding to it, we'll be having a Croc, the leader of Legion himself, joining our heavyweight division. And finally, none other than the Jebba-Duck.
We argued back and forth for a very long time over that pick, Tibbs, but I'll be honest, the man defeated Momoa Curry last night at Wrestlepalooza. Only a few men in history, myself included, can say that. And in my opinion, Jeb is a huge get for the heavyweight division.
Absolutely. I'm sure you understand the monumental challenge of defeating Momoa Curry in single combat. And the Jebba-Duck, he earned his stripes last night.
That is right. But for now, I've got an interview to get to, so I will leave you and Silves to it. I'll see you guys later on tonight. Well, thank you, Scottye, for joining us at the announce table. But Tibbs, we talked about the captain's division. We talked about the world heavyweight division. But we only mentioned the tag division a little bit. But let's be honest, the tag division is starting a boom. The men known as Bananas in Pajamas leading the charge into this new world of tag team supremacy here in the JWF. I mean, they put on a barn burner last night against the team known as the Roanoke Boys. And those men, they came in hitting hard, but just not hard enough to take out Bananas in Pajamas.
Absolutely, Sills. As loath as I am to say it, every week, every month, that Bananas in Pajamas keeps winning. Well, they are a dominant tag team, and I'll have to give them the respect for that. But it doesn't mean that I have to give them much time to talk.
That is right, but unfortunately, they've got some time to talk right now because they are backstage with one of our top interviewers. So why don't we go here with the tag team champions have got to say.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Honey Pot Make 23 DPs here with the only men who successfully defended their title at Wrestlepalooza. The JWF Tag Team Champions, Bananas in Pajamas. Now, Bananas in Pajamas.
That's right, baby. Yeah, that's right. We did exactly what we said we would do, baby.
I mean, come on, baby. Of course we did. Hey, of course we did. In what universe? Listen here, hold on. In what universe would a team of two singles wrestlers ever be able to top the tag team champions?
That's right, baby. The well-seasoned tag team champions.
Ooh, yeah, that's right, baby. We got a whole lot of seasoning. We got pepper, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and paprika.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute, Johnny. I hate to interrupt you here, but Johnny, I'm looking here at all these seasonings, and it seems like we're missing some.
Nah, what? Wait, whoa. No, we got all the seasonings. We are the well-seasoned champions.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at our condiment shelf right now, and it seems like, Bananas in Pajamas, we're missing the salt. Where's the salt at? I'm looking everywhere.
I don't know. I thought we had the salt. Where's the salt?
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know where the salt is. The salt has been taken up by them Roanoke boys because of how salty they are that they walked out of Wrestlepalooza the same ways that they were walking in, like a couple of mooks.
A couple of palookas, hey! And now, Bananas in Pajamas are on to bigger and better things because we ain't got no time for no salty Sandras like them Roanoke boys.
No, baby.
But I'll tell you what we do got time for, and that's the parties. That's boozing. That's the babies.
Oh,
that's the chicks.
We got the
chicks. And that's being the best damn tag team in the entire division.
That's right, because there ain't a tag team in our division that ain't got stepped up and got stepped on. And whoever wants to come at Bananas in Pajamas next, be warned. Because Bananas in Pajamas ain't nothing to fuck with. Sorry for potty rocking, honey pot. Have a good one.
Well, Tibbs, an emphatic show of ego right there from the tag team champions, but I gotta say, I think that ego may be well deserved. I mean, you look at some of the top tag teams in our division, and somehow Bananas and Pajamas have managed to defeat every single one of them.
You know what, Sills? I did not realize that until right now. So that means that looks like we're gonna have to start searching for some new blood, huh?
That is right, Tibbs, but if you want to talk about new blood, let's talk about a whole new division. A new division that had a champion crowned last night at Wrestlepalooza. And of course, you know, I am talking about the JWF women's division. An epic clash between Val Curry and Debbie Duke, the JXT women's champion. And let me tell you something, Debbie certainly had Val on the ropes numerous times during that match. But the daughter of the sea muscled it up, speared her to the mat, and became the champion in just the count of 3. And Tibbs, I'll be honest, I couldn't be prouder.
Absolutely, Sills. I know exactly how you feel. This is a great moment. That was a great match last night, and that was a great way to ring in the legacy of the JWF women's division and the legacy of Val Curry herself.
That's right, and Val Curry is in our ring right now, so why don't we go down, let's quit our gabbing and hear what the daughter of the sea and brand new JWF women's champion has to say.
Last night was bittersweet for me. It was bittersweet for me because while yes, I did walk out with the women's championship, I did make history and I was part of the first women's main event of Wrestlepalooza. I also saw my father, a man who has dominated every single step of his career, lose. And lose in a decisive fashion. And it made me realize that Momoa Curry's legacy, his story, is coming to a close here in JWF. And as I stepped into that ring last night, face to face with JXT Women's Champion, a title that Debbie deservedly held, I realized that it was now my time to pick up the pieces of my father's legacy and reform it into something even stronger. And it was my time to turn the Curry name from a legend into a dynasty. Which is why I did everything I could, and Debbie, she fought hard, but if there's one thing I came to Wrestlepalooza to do, it was just that. Fight. And I walked out with this title, but that doesn't mean that the fight is over, no. The fight has just begun. It's a new season here in JWF, a new year, and that means everyone starts off on a level playing field. Everyone from the top brass to the young upstarts have their opportunity to come for this title. And I'm here to issue a warning to all of them. Because when you come for my title, you aren't just coming for the JWF Women's Championship. You are coming for a 30-plus year legacy. You are coming to take down the most dominant family the world of professional wrestling has ever seen. And that ain't gonna be easy for you to tear down. Because I am Val Curry, the goddess of JWF professional wrestling, and I am here to cement my legacy.
Well, Tibbs, I don't think I can make it clearer than that. Val Curry has come here to the JWF, and she has come to cement her legacy. Cement the Curry name as not just that of Momoa Curry, but of an entire dynasty. And let me tell you something, if last night was anything to go on, Val Curry is going to be doing that in spades.
I think you're absolutely right, Sills. This is just the beginning of a great career for Val Curry. This is the beginning of a great new world for women's wrestling in JWF. This is where it all starts. It all starts right here with Val Curry.
That's right, but if you want to talk about epic clashes at Wrestlepalooza, I'd be hard-pressed to find a more epic clash than that of the Fight Boys. Scottye Moore versus Blake Tanner versus the Dylan, with the biggest prize in the line, the Captain's Championship, and those men put each other through hell. And it wasn't until Scottye Moore got that sneak SMG on Blake Tanner that he managed to pin him to the mat and become the Captain's Champion and JWF's second ever Triple Crown champion.
Absolutely, Sills. Another great match. A wonderful way to continue the ongoing animosity between those three Fight Boys, and to see that no matter what, those three can always put on a hell of a match again. Congratulations to Scottye Moore, our new Captain's Champion, and we'll have to see where all of them go from here in this new year.
That's right, and of course, Scottye Moore came out here earlier tonight to announce his picks for the captain's division of JWF, but right now, I think he's got to focus up on what that title reign means of his, which is why he is backstage with one of our top interviewers. So why don't we hear what the brand new captain's champion has to say?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dad McDonald backstage here with the man who came out victorious last night at Wrestlepalooza as your new JWF Captain's Champion, Scottye Moore. Now, Scotty, everyone's got to know, how do you react to last night's historic victory? Same as it ever was, McDonald. Same as it ever was, because you see, last year, Scottye Moore walked out of Wrestlepalooza making history with gold over his shoulder, and this year I've done the exact same damn thing, because in case you haven't forgotten, baby, gaining this title over my shoulder makes me the second ever Triple Crown champion here in the old JWF. And the only other Triple Crown champion is the guy I pinned to get this title. So believe me, I understand the weight of what I did last night. I understand the target that's been painted on my back, and I'm more than... Oh my God, Tibbs, what the hell? That's Big Cyrus Crane. He's beating the hell out of Scottye Moore. Well, what's going on?
I don't know, Sills. Big Cyrus Crane is just launched an all-out assault on Scottye Moore. What the hell is he thinking?
I don't know, but oh my God, look at this, just picking him up and oh my God, tossing him into those production boxes like he was a rag doll in it. Tibbs, look at that. Look at who's joining him. It's Lawrence Whitney, Cyrus's manager, and Tibbs, that is a man we know does not have the best history with Scottye Moore, and oh, he is showing it, just kicking Scottye in the ribs, and that damn bastard is smiling.
Oh, Sills, this is a dynamic return for Lawrence Whitney, and it looks like that he has not forgotten what Scottye Moore did to him. He has not forgotten, and he does not look like he's ready to forgive.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Tibbs. Look at this. Lawrence Whitney just calling the shots, making Cyrus pick up Scottye Moore onto his shoulders. What's going on? He's got him up, and oh, my God! Just powerbombing Scottye Moore straight through that catering table. Tibbs, the captain's champion, has just been decimated in his first night with that belt.
Absolutely. He didn't even get his first interview finished, Sills, before Cyrus Crane decided to take him down like that at the behest of Lawrence Whitney.
That is right, Tibbs, but, I mean, if you want to talk about an emphatic beatdown, I know you don't like to talk about it, but we need to go back to Wrestlepalooza and look at the match for the JWF World Heavyweight Championship. History was made at Wrestlepalooza when Robert Hill, in less than 20 seconds, managed to drop the champion, pin him, and become the brand new World Heavyweight Champion, and what was an emphatic display.
It is, very true, Sills. That was a hard moment for the Tibbs family, of course. For Chuck, I know how hard he'd been preparing for this, and for the freight train that is Robert Hill to come out and just completely bulldoze over him like that. One of our most dominant champions we've had in a while. Chuck Tibbs, my son, who had gone through so much to win that championship. And if Robert Hill is able to plow through him in 20 seconds, what does the rest of the division have to hope for right now?
That is right, Tibbs, but hey, the champ's in our ring right now, and he may have a message to the rest of the division and the brand new #1 contender, Chuck Gibbons. Let's hear what Robert's got to say.
Yeah, that's right. Get them all out. Get it all out of your system right now. Get all your booze out. Get out all the you suck chants. Come on, put all your hatred out on the table right now. 'Cause listen here, I ain't gonna be out here for a long time tonight. So you just gotta pile on while you got the champ in your sights. After all, last night I proved that Robert Hill ain't gonna be getting paid by the hour when he has this championship around his waist. Robert Hill is a force of destruction that will not be ordered around. And at Wrestlepalooza, on the biggest stage of them all, I took your favorite little golden boy, Chuck Tibbs, and I showed him that his little fairy tale dream of walking out with the championship and beating Robert Hill was just a fairy tale. I embarrassed that man. I destroyed that man. And not only did I win the JWF championship from that man, I also set a record for the fastest ass whooping in the history of this title being defended. And speaking of defending this title, I gotta wonder who's next. I gotta wonder who the hell is crazy enough that they think they can step up to the unpinned, unsubmitted king of the hill and the king of the JWF. Cause whatever comes next, whoever steps up to that plate, I promise you it's just gonna be a rerun of last night. Believe me, if you came to the JWF to see exciting wrestling action, if you came to this company to see flips and dives and acrobatics, then you better get your happy ass out of here right now. Cause Robert Hill ain't coming out of this ring to do flips. He ain't coming out of this ring to dance for you. Now Robert Hill, he's coming out of here to beat the living hell out of whoever thinks they can stand toe to toe with him. Cause there ain't a man alive that can pry this belt out of my hands.
Oh, Tibbs, listen to that. That is the music of one man's man who's certainly going to be trying to pry that belt out of his hands, and certainly not someone who's coming out to do any acrobatics. It's none other than Chuck Gibbons. And look at this, getting in the ring, and these two bulls are just staring at each other face to face.
And Sills, you gotta look at that right there. Robert Hill said he didn't want any flips. He said he didn't want any fun acrobatics. And so out came the one man who doesn't worry about those at all. The man who is a perfect opponent for Robert Hill, Chuck Gibbons.
That's right, but ooh, look at that. Robert with a massive punch striking the face of Gibbons. But hey, Chuck responded with one of his own. And oh my God, Tibbs, we have got a regular barn burner kicking off in the middle of the ring. These men ain't gonna wait till JWF Resurrection. They're gonna try to get this done tonight.
Absolutely, Sills. There's no time for fighting like tonight, I suppose.
That's right, but wait a minute. Robert with a kick to the gut, and he's got Gibbons. He's got Gibbons going for the gaslighter, but no! Gibbons reverses out, dropping the champion with that Olympic slam. And Tibbs, Chuck Gibbons has just taken out Robert Hill, and that is an emphatic statement made right there by the man's man, Chuck Gibbons.
And that goes to show, Sills, that out here in this world, there are still people willing to stand up to Robert Hill, and there are still people out here who can take him down.
That's right, Tibbs, but hey, we have still got a long road ahead of us before JWF Resurrection, so make sure to tune in to next week's episode of JWF Monday Night Ignition, where Lawrence Whitney is going to return to this ring and explain that beatdown from Big Cyrus Crane to Scottye Moore earlier tonight. In addition, Papa Bliss will be making his debut as he takes on the Dylan in one-on-one action, and Tibbs, let me tell you something, that's got to be a can't-miss match.
Of course, Sills, you get to see Papa Bliss in action again, and I'm sure that his opponent, none other than the Dylan himself, will be happy to oblige.
That's right, and then in our main event of the evening, the woman who interfered in the JWF Women's Championship match last night, Lucretia Pendragon, returns to the ring to take on the Warrior Princess Ayanna in a #1 contenders match. And Tibbs, let me tell you, you know Val Curry is going to be watching that one very closely.
Absolutely, Sills. Val Curry has a history with both Lucretia Pendragon and Ayanna, but only one of those women interfered in her match last night at Wrestlepalooza.
That is right, Tibbs. But until next time, remember to support us at patreon.com/aloadofbs. Get you access to tons of exclusive content, and most importantly, keeps the lights running around here. And more importantly, pick up merchandise for your favorite superstars at merch.aloadofpurebs.com.
And Sills is not lying to you when he says that. We need you to keep buying things to keep the lights on. The lights went out yesterday, and I was very scared.
That is right, but until next time, he's been Captain Tibbs, I've been Silver Spoon, and this has been JWF Monday Night Ignition, and we will see you next time.